Hello everyone, it's Tsuki, and yeah, just woke up this morning, had breakfast, and now I feel like having a squirrel on my head. No, I feel like I'm recording more of the Let's Play. It's a fresh week, so all of the obligations that I have to do on my actual main characters, I don't have to worry about for the time being. Instead, I'll just rush to do it on Monday like always. But for now, I can actually do more of the Let's Play, which is good because I haven't actually been able to get on this character the past few days. I've been doing other stuff, some of the new content in the latest patch, but now I just want to kick back and just do some Let's Play stuff. It's refreshing. I've said this before, I think, but it's really refreshing being able to just hop on a lower level character and just kind of go through the story and level up and stuff like that. It's really stuff you start to miss when you play a character that's max level already. So last video we went and unlocked Ninja, so now we have Ninja now, and we're gonna continue with the main story for the time being. And then there's actually quite a few different things I want to take a look at. But we'll see what happens, just how my whims treat me, I guess, throughout the morning. But yeah, if I really wanted to, I could basically just record on this character all day if I wanted to, which sounds fun, honestly. But yeah, it's actually really nice getting stocked up on videos and being able to just get those uploaded and have those scheduled and just tucked away all nice and neat. Feels really nice to be caught up on things after spending so long not doing very much. So yeah, what are we up to? So I'm actually not sure how much longer we'll be spending in Little Alamigo. I do recall the sort of little plot that goes on here, but I don't recall how much, fluff there is. And we should actually be heading to the Central Shroud soon. And that will lead us into Haukke Manor, which is one of my favorite dungeons. In my opinion, it's really the first proper dungeon, and it's one of my favorite dungeons in A Realm Reborn's dungeon cycles, I guess. And yeah, I really love the aesthetic of it. It's also the first dungeon, I guess, that you get to experience jobs. It's when jobs and classes start to get interesting, and you have more than just a handful of buttons to press for the most part. I think you're still pressing nothing but fire for like Thaumaturge / Black Mage. Again with the no quality potions. I'm gonna grab the spine drops because they are worth more. Will Red. I do remember Will Red. So I think we already took care of like all the side quests in an earlier video, a couple videos ago now, maybe a few videos ago. So I don't know. I don't think any more spawn. Maybe at the end once we kind of resolve things here. Yeah, I'll probably end up combining this with whatever we do in the Central Shroud, and then maybe have the dungeon in its own video. We shall see. I actually sometimes it's really easy to split off my videos, and sometimes it's really up in the air how I end up splitting them up. For the most part, the game's actually really good at keeping things really organized. Like, typically the story sends you to one spot, and you basically go to that spot. You find a bunch of different side quests and stuff to do as you're dealing with the story in that area, and then you move on to a different spot. And it feels nice. We finally have our first mudra and our first ninjutsu, and we also have another button we can press every now and then with Jugulate. I'm also there's an uploaded. I'm uploading right now. Basically, what I'm trying to say. It's just about done, but it still had about like 15-20 minutes last time I checked, and that was obviously quite a few minutes ago. So if the gameplay looks a little jaggy and it seems like I'm lagging, that's probably why. My internet connection. It's not the best. I mean, it's very playable. I can play 14 while I'm uploading, although I do not trust myself in dungeons that much, which is why I try to avoid it. But doing open world stuff like this and quests shouldn't be much of a problem. Okay, yeah, we actually we have accessories. Oh look, there's a side quest right there. Also, I should remember to eat food. I remembered to activate my free company buff that gives me EXP. More no quality potions. I kind of wish they would give you high quality potions. I think starting in Heavensward quest, they actually start rewarding you with high quality crafted gear for your jobs, which is really nice. Unfortunately, they didn't update it for A Realm Reborn's quest. You still get no quality stuff, which, you know, if you don't have anything better, it's serviceable. It always amuses me when you try to think of the logical thinking behind all the people you end up coming across. How they basically just let you deal with their own local problems while they just kind of stand around all the time. especially when those problems involve people they're close with or care about, like that one quest back in Quarry Mill where we had to go find the guy who ran away. But I guess you just kind of have to suspend your disbelief a little bit. Otherwise, you wouldn't really have a quest, and you wouldn't have a quest line, or a game to play, rather. It starts to make a little more sense the more famous you get as an adventurer in this world, I suppose. But I mean, right now, we're not really much. We haven't really made that big of a name for ourselves. Although, I guess this we did conquer Ifrit, so... I really want to get caught up on this character. Like, that's a very ambitious goal because there's so much content in between now and where the game is currently with patch 4.3. Like, there's so much content. Like, we're not even like at the halfway point in A Realm Reborn story. I don't think. Like, we're at like level 27 main story, which I mean, it's not really considered halfway, I would say, just because of how leveling works and how the higher you go, the more EXP you end up needing. But yeah, we're not really at the halfway mark. I have an idea where the halfway mark is. You know, I've done the Realm Reborn story quite a few times, and I've gone through Heavensward 3 times, and then I've gone through Stormblood twice, up to where it is currently anyway. So I do have an idea of how things are. But yeah, there's a long way to go. But I was thinking, you know, once I do finally get caught up, whenever that is, I actually want to try making another character. But this time, you know, like, I used, like, I cheated, basically. And cheating's kind of like my way of laughing it off, but I basically, you know, I crafted some gear for myself just to make it so that I didn't have to spend as much time in dungeons gearing up and stuff like that, which, you know, it makes for a more smoother and just kind of to the point series of things, right? And I think that works fine for this video or this video series, but I wanted to make a video series where I don't do that and just go through. In fact, probably just thinking of making a character on a completely different server and just, you know, just basically emulate what it's like to start a completely new character, like completely like fresh, no free company, no nothing. And I think it would be pretty cool to do it on a different server, maybe on the other Aether Center data center. Did I say Aether Center? I said Aether Center because I'm on the Aether data center. But I think the other one's Primal. I think Primal's the other one. Other NA data center anyway. Also, I like how I'm just kind of talking over the main story. It's like, yeah, there's some ammo jaw. That's no big deal or anything. Honestly, I kind of feel like, oh, I like how one of these is in my hunting log. Actually, I forgot I have the Grand Company hunting log too. I don't think I've actually been paying attention to that. Okay, I should probably kill these ones that are weaker first. Also, I totally lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, I was saying, I feel like I didn't recall the quest line being here so short. Although I guess I did kind of do a lot of the stuff preemptively, like all the side content that was here, I did already. It'll be really nice once we get our second mudra, and then we have another ninjutsu open to us. Things don't really get really interesting until about the mid 40s, because that's when you have you'll have your Shadow Fang combo, which is I mean, it's a nice dot and it also gives slashing debuff. So basically, it increases our DPS quite a bit having that combo available to us. On top of that, we have we get our third mudra at 45, which opens up a whole bunch of ninjutsu for us, including Huton, which is our attack speed buff. Yeah, basically, ninja really picks up at 45. I'm looking forward to it a lot. I'm also looking forward to leveling Archer, because I think I talked about it in a different video, I think. But yeah, I want to have another job on this character because I already know there's no way I'm gonna end up getting to like level 70 as I level up. But I'm going to end up getting to like level 70 like mid Heavensward, I feel like, at this rate. And it's just, and then I'm just gonna feel really bad because I'll be wasting all of this EXP doing all these side content and just the main story as well. So having another job to sort of switch in between for side content to sort of to transfer over the EXP I won't be needing on Ninja will just be good. Plus Archer shares accessories with Ninja, so it's not exactly, you know, same gear, but half of it, I guess, you know. Plus, you don't really start separating ninja and bard gear, I guess, until like level 50. Until pre-level 50, like all of the magic and all of the physical DPS basically share gear. Tanks have their own sets and healers have their own sets. No, actually, no, healers don't. Yeah, healers don't get their own sets until 50 as well. So yeah, basically, tanks, physical DPS, and magic users. Those are really the only three sets pre 50. There might be some Grand Company sets that are like role specific, but Yeah, for the most part, you don't have to worry about gear like separating until like level 50. Sorry I tried to kill you. Thanks. I totally forgive you. Just another day in yours, yeah. Oh, more no quality potions. I am so glad. At least these ones are worth 10 gil. A whole 30 gil from that. I really wish they just had an option for you to oh wow, they give that's funny. They actually give, I'm pretty sure this didn't used to be a reward for this, but they actually give you lentils and chestnuts, which you will need. Um you get sent to Fallgourd flout, something like that. It's in the North Shroud, and you get sent there, and one of the guards is like really freaked out over something he saw, and you have to give him his favorite food in order to calm him down, which is lentils and chestnuts. And I remember every time I would get to that quest, I'd forget about it, and I'd have to. The only places you could find it were in the main city, so I'd have to teleport back and go get it. But I guess they caught on to that and how annoying it was for people, and they just added it to a quest. And I even bought a set of these earlier, like way earlier, quite a few videos ago, because I remember that, and now I'm going to get another set, so that's fun. That's just great. I'm just of all the things they could add to the quests, that's what they added. But as I was saying, I wish they would just add always have an option for the the little gold pieces, these things that I have. I don't know why, I just like saving them up. Yeah, I like saving them up and then just cashing them all in at the end, which is just, I don't know, it's really fun for me seeing how much I've stored up. Also, you could sell these because people buy them. Like when you transfer characters, you can only take a certain amount of gil with you, and to circumvent that, people just buy stuff off the market board. And buying these is a neat way of doing that. Usually, people will mark it up, like, make it like 100 piece. A piece that's 100 is worth like 120 on the market board or something. So they actually make profit. But yeah, you could sell those on the market board as well, I guess. If I wanted to, I could, is what I'm saying. Also, they changed it so that stacks now go up to 999, so I can actually do that. No, please. Please? Why? Why is this a thing right now? These are both elegant bronze pieces. Do these not stack? Why not? I am so confused. Okay, let's try this. Yeah, and then let's remove it. Huh. I guess the elegant bronze pieces do not stack up to 999. That, or you have to unlock that feature, which is kind of weird. Also, hey Thancred, what's up? Like how he's just kind of sitting there moping. Okay. I've been conducting an investigation myself, Thancred. Maybe we should like talk to each other and share information. I guess not. I'll just talk to him in Fyuria. I'm reliably informed. What? Oh, okay. I didn't read the rest of the sentence. I'm like, that doesn't even make grammatical sense. Are you Are you organizing the books? Like, you realize you can barely reach the bottom. I keep making these jokes and then I keep forgetting that I'm actually a Lalafell myself. At least put a stool or a ladder there. Yep, Fallgourd. Float. Flout. What is it? Float makes sense. It's on water. Like, it's like... It's kind of like a little village thing on water. I don't even know if that makes sense. I don't know how to actually describe it. Oh, we have to go talk with Noraxia. That's the sylph that came over to the Waking Sands a little while ago. What did he say? I'm not here to see you. Alright, Clive. I like how he's the only named one, and his dialogue basically just says, yeah, I'm part of this faction, and I'm not here to see you, so you can go away now. Yep, Fallgourd float. I was right. I actually don't know if I have a teleport there. I might have gone there already. I have. That's convenient. Also, Ehrenwald I just saw. Hoo-hoo, side quest, my favorite. Alright, so gonna make this my favorite destination because I'll be basically going back and forth between here and there. But yeah, this should be leading us into Haukke Manor. Yep, well, I happen to have 2 servings of it. Would you know? How would you like to be soothed by a tiny Lalafell? You can pick me up and swing me around too if you want. Why are you facing that way? I'm over here. I don't... Okay. Do you want a second serving? Because I just happen to have a second serving that I absolutely have nothing to do with, so... No? Alright. Well. This is... Oh my god. The localization team has a really bad record with puns. It is just littered all over this game. Quest names, fate names, titles, achievement names, anything that can be named there's bound to be a pun tied to some of it. Alright, I'm just gonna get rid of some of this. I don't need honey. I don't need this. It's gathering food, so I can't even just use it. Diamond Zinu, I might actually keep that. Alright. So I have to go slay 6 Ziz. That was actually very difficult to say. And I'll pick up these side quests as well. Go ahead and eat my next serving of salmon. Might want to actually pick up some more food when I head to the South Shroud again. I don't recall exactly when, but the quest does, the main quest will send us to Camp Tranquil eventually, and I can pick up some more food then. Yeah, there's quite a bit of stuff to do, so let's get to it. Okay then, that was an interesting quest. The field music is just so nice. I love all the music in this game is really good, to be honest. I don't know what it is with these old A Realm Reborn zones. They just, sometimes the BGM just fades out. Alright, let me grab this. Oh, here are all the Ziz. There are tons of Ziz all over the place, and also a Fate, which is fun. I'm actually gonna go down here. What's good about my ninjutsu abilities as well is it's actually ranged, so I mean there's not a whole lot of applicable situations for that soloing, but in dungeons, or in fights rather, where you need to run away, that can be nice, I suppose. I really wish they just made enemies in the open world omnipositional. At least these like enemies that are just kind of patrolling the zones. Like, you don't have to make every enemy omnipositional, but it would be really nice for melee DPS. Also, that person is going to die. There's actually a quest. This is upstairs. Well, upstairs, uphill, I guess. These aren't really, this isn't a building. I actually remember this quest, or at least one of the quests from this person. It's like something about like lunchboxes or something. It's funny how I recall some of the most like insignificant details in some of these quests. Alright, there's no way I get through this without aggroing something. Wow. Okay then. Want me to capture bright balloons? Okay. Can I get those ones down there? Those ones? Those ones don't have the quest marker, so I guess not. These ones do for some reason. I'm totally gonna aggro that. Nope. Aggro the Ziz though. pretty sure that puts paralysis. So don't want to stand in that, obviously. Also, I could summon a chocobo. I just realized. All right. Bag, please. I am so tiny. I like how they adjust even the mounts. Some of the mounts they don't actually adjust the size, which is even better. Like I forget which mounts are the same size regardless if you're a Lalafell or not, but it's great. Is this the one where you have to put ladders around? Yeah. See, why do I remember all this? Like, where in my mind am I storing this completely useful information? That's no idea, but it's there. Oh, actually, also, if you fail your mudra, like you press a wrong sequence, you can actually summon a bunny on your head. Which, it obviously you don't want to because it's a DPS loss, but if you do happen to mess up, that's what happens. And also everyone can see that you made a mistake if that does happen, which is even greater. And this fate's around for 8 more minutes. I also remember how much this fate used to annoy me just because of how often I would accidentally aggro stuff. And it always seemed to be up when I was doing quests over here. Yeah, I figured that's just aggro me. I'm just gonna head across the bridge. I wonder if the Ziz will follow me all the way over here. It might. Yeah, it did. No lunchboxes? Maybe it's one of the NPCs who makes lunchboxes for these people, and I bring it over here later. You need save the trees from the slugs, or I guess the shroud hairs. Again, where am I storing all of this really important information? I'm gonna be over leveled for Haukke Manor at this rate. Level 31 is the last level, basically, before you end up being over leveled for Haukke Manor. And honestly, being over leveled isn't that big of a deal. Like, it just sinks you down. And you get EXP based off if you were the level it sinks you down to, which would be 31 in this case. And the Haukke Manor doesn't. Okay, well, all right, that works too. But Haukke Manor doesn't have a unique gear sets. Like there's ethereal pink grade gear, which I think I mentioned it in a video earlier. But ethereal gear is basically just it's the same thing as crafter gear basically. It looks the same. It has the same name. It just has the ethereal in the front. It has a pink background as well. But it's the same main stats basically, and the only difference is that you can't meld into them, and they have a random set of secondary stats, which honestly at this level the secondary stats are pretty insignificant to your overall performance. It doesn't do much, so secondary stats aren't that important this early on. But it's really more about the main stats and the defense rating, especially for questing and doing quests out in the world. This is actually where you would come to unlock the unicorn mount. I remember when the unicorn mount used to be special. I got my unicorn mount. I think it was actually the day of official launch because I was playing during early access of A Realm Reborn. So I finally got to this area, and basically how you get the unicorn mount is it's really simple. Basically everyone has one at this point. But you just need to get your conjurer to level 30, and then there'll be a quest that pops up in the Conjurer's Guild. And that will lead you to unlocking the unicorn mount. I'm probably not going to touch Conjurer on this character, so I probably won't get one, but that's how you would get one, so it's actually not that hard to get one. And it's unfortunately is the only healer mount in the game, which really saddens me because I play healers mostly. And there's like 2 different tanking mounts, which just adds insult to injury really. I feel like healers deserve to have their own special mounts too. But I guess it's reserved only for tanks. Healers don't get special treatment, I guess. I would totally go for those mounts. Like, I have some of the tank mounts, and I'm making good progress towards some of the new ones that they added, but I'm not really going out of my way to get them. But if they were on the healers, like I play the healers all the time anyway, I would totally go out of my way to farm those. It would probably get me into doing more roulettes like every day. Like sometimes I do roulettes, just all my roulettes for fun, but most of the ones that don't reward like endgame currency, like a lot of endgame currency, I don't really touch because there's not a whole big point to it. Like leveling roulette and an expert roulette are basically the 2 that I do. Leveling because it's just fun to go back to old dungeons, and also because you can get crack clusters, which you use for materia at max level, so it's actually very helpful. And then expert because it gives the most of whatever the current endgame currency is that's capped at any given point during the life cycle of the game, I guess. But all the other roulettes, and there's quite a few now. There's maybe around 8, 9, 10 roulettes. I could probably figure it out if I started listing them. But there's quite a few roulettes that you can do each day. And I used to have a lot of fun doing all of them, but now I don't do all of them as much. So I'd love every excuse to do more. Also, I'm glad this... I was about to say I'm glad this clay golem is completely ignoring me, but then he decided he was done ignoring me. You thought you were done for? Like, you seemed pretty unconcerned. You were sitting there just staring off the edge of the cliff while I was fighting the whole time. I remember this. I remember trying to get through this nonsense. I mean, basically you can just aggro every single Quiggern in this area, and by the time you get rid of most of them, they'll just start respawning. So that's fun. Let's do this. Now the thing is, as soon as I become uninvisible, as soon as hide goes off, this Quiggern is gonna totally aggro me, and this one might too, and this one might as well, right here. So I'm just gonna kind of bide my time. I mean, I could just murder them. That's another option too, I guess. Actually, if I stay completely still, I don't think it'll aggro me. Yeah, and then it can aggro me as soon as I run off. I don't care. Oh, that one did. The one I thought was going to aggro me didn't actually aggro me. Look at that. Where's this at? What? Southern Dan? Oh, I totally forgot to do that. I'll head back and do that. I forgot I had that side quest. Woe is me. Yes, thank you for actually having silver pieces. Alright, here we go. Meals for miners. I told you there was a side quest about lunches. Yeah, I'm not making that jump. Also, this is like the first area where people start to figure out that if you're aggro to something and you fall off a cliff, it can kill you. Like normally if you fall off a cliff, if you're not aggro to anything, even if you would take damage that would kill you, you'll still survive with 1 HP. But if an enemy is aggro to you and you do jump off a cliff, you'll take full damage no matter what. So it's a good idea to not do that. Actually, I have a free teleport. Why not? I love the Black Shroud. It's so beautiful here. Ooh, 2 main scenario quests. There's something you should know. I've been keeping it to myself to worsen, lest I worsen Medrod's paranoia. But I too have seen the winged eyeball. You know, he is sitting right. He can hear you, right? Like he's right there. You're saying all this stuff about like not not making his paranoia worse. He's right there. He's sitting right there. Like we're probably like the same distance between you and me, between you and him. You're sitting here just whatever. it's so fun poking at the logic in video games, even though like it doesn't actually bother me. I find it amusing though. Like I'm not actually complaining about it, but I do find it amusing just thinking about little things like that. Also, we're back here to this little hill. Look at all these bane mites. I remember when I used to farm bane mites. Oh, I guess it's down there. I could just jump down. There's actually a nice place right here. Alright, well, while they're doing that, I'm gonna do this one up here. Actually, it's over here. But yeah, I remember when I used to farm bane mites because they're part of the diorite family, I guess. So they drop diorite webs, right? It's either diorite webs or diorite silk, and those were used for diorite sinew, diorite threads, and basically it was a very important or very common, I guess, thing needed for a lot of weaver recipes. So I remember farming those both for myself and to sell. Now obviously it's not worth as much because no one cares. But yeah, back then people used to hog all the bane mites in this area to try and farm for those monster drops. And those webs used to sell quite high back in the day. A heavy bane mite, huh? And apparently a Ziz. Okay, I do not want to get paralysis. Honestly, getting paralysis is almost somehow more annoying than just getting flat out stunned for a few seconds. Especially if you're a caster of any kind. It's just especially annoying then. I guess paralysis isn't the worst thing in the world for melee DPS because your GCDs are front loaded when you press the button, I guess. I mean, you still need to get most of the majority of the animation off for the attack to actually register, but it's not like like casters or healers where your GCD is at the end of the cast. So having your cast interrupted basically makes you waste the entire GCD. Yeah, you wasted my time making me go fight stuff. Actually, no, you were the one who made me go waste my time going to fight stuff. You had me go break out rocks or something. I don't even remember. Medrad, what did no, that's a lovely eye. An apple tart. It was a pleasure knowing you, thanks. You guys have pickaxes, right? You're miners. You can totally I've killed enemies on my minor before. It took forever, but I just auto attacked with my pickaxe and it died after like 2 minutes. Where is this? I don't actually know the elevation of this. It looks like it's down, so. A simpler time before before we start being able to fly in the Heavensward zones. Hello, floating eye. The enemy is very dead, game. Yeah, I just, you know, I'm just a little tiny Lalafell. I just picked up that, you know, human-sized, I guess, sure-sized corpse. No problem. And I'm just carrying it in my back pocket while riding on my chocobo. Hello there. Okay, okay, door. Okay. Secret of the White Lily. Alright, that'll have us go to Mother Mione back in Gridania. I'm actually gonna head over to back to Little Alamigo to finish this up real quick. And this should feed us into the Haukke Manor storyline. I actually like Haukke Manor a lot, so I'm actually kind of excited for this. Even though even though all of these like low-level dungeons are complete cakewalks now because we're just speeding through it. Everyone's like max level nowadays. But yeah. Corpse confrontation. Actually, I do have some stuff in here I need to take care of. These are the sandstone golems, right? And then corpse brigaders should be over there. And then my grand company, Sagoli Desert. Yeah, not yet. These we only have these because 2 of them happened to spawn in that main scenario quest earlier. But these are actually in like a pretty high level area. It's like a level 45 area, like over here. People always make fun of how Lalafells run as ninja. It looks like they're just making airplanes with their arms. Okay, camera. Calm down. was 10,000 EXP for me. Actually, we should be getting a nice chunk because we're gonna get stuck between these two rocks. No, we're actually going to get 20,000 for completing this entire log, plus another 9,400 for just killing these things. Shape shift. Fire dancers, I think if you leave the fire dancers alone for too long, they can cast paralysis, which I think you can actually line of sight. Some enemies, like they started getting smart with how they designed it, so that enemies were designed to turn. But yeah, I think these enemies, these low-level enemies anyway, you can basically line of sight a lot of attacks. In fact, I think you can even line of sight some cast bosses do. Like in Haukke Manor, one of the bosses has a castable attack, and I think you can actually walk through her and line of sight her, and it actually doesn't cast on you, unless they change that. Of course, doing that actually messes up her positioning a lot, so it makes it hard for melee to get their positionals and do the most damage they can, so it's really annoying. And I happen to be that melee DPS this time, so yeah. Well, that is a lot of enemies. Holy crap. I also have no AoE. Okay, now I'm slowed. Okay, this slow is actually really gnarly. Oh, yep, there's the paralysis from this fire dancer. I mean, at least they're doing like no damage to me. Okay, actually, I just got Bloodbath. And I just happened to get another slot, so look at that. I can just put this on my bar. I don't even have to get rid of good old Lake Sweep. That's so useful. I don't recall how I set up my bars. I think I can just set up my bars like right now. Like I can just put that on my bar right where it's supposed to be. I think I'll save that for later. What do I have there? I think maybe Kasatsu? Yeah, honestly, I haven't played a whole lot of ninjas since getting it to level 70 on my main character. So if I really wanted to, I could just mess with my bars and make it whatever I want to, because I'm not actually used to whatever it's set up to be right now. And Ninja, throughout all three patch cycles, since Ninja was released in I think 2.4, so it was actually in the middle of Realm Reborn's life cycle. But I think that's when it was released, and ever since then, it actually hasn't changed that drastically over time. Basically, it's had a like solid foundation, and stuff has been added to it, but nothing's like changed about it, really changed drastically. And the same can be said about Monk as well. Monk has changed very little since its first iteration in A Realm Reborn. It's just gotten more tools basically to help fill out its weaknesses. Meanwhile, like other jobs like Dragoon or Bard especially has changed drastically between both the expansions we've had now. Black Mage has changed a lot. Summoner's changed quite a lot too. A lot of jobs have get changed a lot as expansions go by, but some of them stay pretty close to how they were before. Okay, we need to talk to Mother Mune. Yeah, actually, so you want to be Arch? I actually should go unlock that sometime soon. Where did you find this? On a dead body? Lovely. Oh, that's right. I haven't messed with my bars. I don't need Invigorate because I don't even have AoE to use Invigorate with. Do I put Invigorate? Yeah, I put Invigorate over here, I think. So I'll just take Lake Sweep instead. It just seems marginally more useful, just because I can stun things out in the open world, and there's actually some enemies have stun resistance, but when it comes to low-level dungeons, there's actually quite a few enemies that are able to be stunned. In fact, stun used to be a pretty big thing in some of the raids at level 50. The coil. Where am I going for this? It doesn't say. I'm just gonna head to the Lancer's Guild. It looks like it's in that general direction. So yeah, Lake Sweep, it has its uses, I suppose. Be nice if it did some damage, but if it did do damage, then it would become somewhat of a mandatory thing across all the DPS, because even if it only did like 20 potency, it's still technically a DPS increase, so people would want to take it, so that's why it doesn't do any damage. In fact, most of the roll actions don't tend to actually give you damage at all. You could argue, I guess, True North does, because it allows you to forego positionals, which is actually really nice. Then we can talk to you, and you will tell us about Haukke Manor. I'll tell you on the condition that you go do something. It's like, I like how people are just so quick to just let me in on their problems and tell me to go fix them for them. Lady Amandine. Amandine? Amandine. Amadini? I actually don't know. Okay, dude. Yeah, let me just go murder your old master for you. You just sit tight right here. Yeah, sit tight. Wouldn't want you to strain yourself or anything. Honestly, I'm actually kind of surprised. Like, I feel like it'd be a thing. Like, just go tell the Wood Whalers about it, and they'd like, would they put you in prison for that? I don't actually know. Seek entry into Haukke Manor. I actually think we can go ahead and get the White Gate, White Wolf Gate, something like that. There's another gate that leads into the upper section of Central Shroud, which is like around like the 30s, like in terms of like the level that you're supposed to be there, which is where we need to go to unlock Haukke. Yep, White Wolf Gate. We can unlock it now. Roustabont. I thought you just said you weren't gonna let me through the gate until I helped him, but you just let me through the gate so I could go help him, so that's a lie? I mean, okay then, you know. I'm cool with this. There's a couple of quests to do here. I am actually going to run past these quests for right now. And we're gonna go ahead and unlock Haukke Manor. And then end the video here. And then queue for Haukke Manor. And then we can do those whilst we are in queue? Question mark. Also, I really hate all of these Malboro, Morble type enemies. They're really annoying. I love Haukke Manor. It's such a pretty looking dungeon. I say that like, it's aesthetically pleasing. It's not actually pretty, like, I guess. It's kind of like Gothic style. Is that how you would say it? I don't even know. I don't know how I'm describing what I'm saying. Also, I changed my mind. I'm just gonna go do these side quests real quick. There's 2 of them. It shouldn't take long. And then we'll end the video. And then I can just start up the video when we get the queue. That way I don't have to make you guys sit through the wait with me. I remember there's actually a really nasty side quest you get to get one of the big like Malboro enemies, and it's really annoying because Bad Breath sucks. Okay, you want me to go murder and rip the foreheads off of Fallgourds? Okay, or toadstools, I guess. Also, there's really no reason. We already established in an earlier video that having your chocobo out doesn't actually reduce your EXP you gain, so it's more DPS, and also the chocobo can heal me. And the chocobo levels up. I just tried to do Tsuki. Not yet. Quite a few levels before we get that. Yep, here are your toadstool caps. Oh, you have another one? Shocking discoveries. Now you want me to go kill lightning sprites, okay. Take your silver pieces, thank you. Thick glass jar on a weakened lightning sprite. Okay, now you want me to go get lightning in a bottle. Literally. Okay. Careful. Alright, there we go. want to accidentally kill it, especially with my chocobo out. Could have put my chocobo on healing stance. I guess that would have worked too. Goodness. I thought this was going to be quicker. Oh well. Yep, here's the one where it wants me to go use this, go fight a giant Marlboro type enemy. A Halido Stroper, it says. Oh yeah, there's just like all that's just why not? Also, there's no way my chocobo is going to survive this. There's no way. Okay, I definitely do not want to aggro more than one. I definitely do not want to get bad breath like that. My poor chocobo. Alright, I'm gonna use Bloodbath. Yeah, the poison from this alone will probably end up killing my chocobo. I could have stunned it, actually, thinking about it. My chocobo might live. Wow, just barely. Although now we have to go waddling around in that water with all of those, so just gonna kill this preemptively before it aggroes me. I almost got stuck on like the rocks there, and I would have gotten hit with bad breath, and that would have been very annoying. Just making sure to face these away so it doesn't hit my chocobo with bad breath again. Off we go. That wasn't so bad. I remember this quest actually killing a lot of people because people were definitely underestimating just how bad it was to stand in bad breath until it actually hit them. I am so glad for all these wonderful potions. Thank you for more potions. All the potions. All the potions. Well, that was the last one, so I think now's as good as time as any to call the video. It's been a solid about an hour. So thank you all for watching, and next time we'll be heading into Haukke Manor. So I'm gonna get into queue, and then we'll pick up whenever that queue pops. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video, Haukke Manor. Sayonara, bye bye.